Hi, I'm FabuDad.
And I'm FabuMom.
And I'm Fabu, and together with Miss Cleo, we are
FabuRocks, the #1 family stream, and welcome to the FabuRocks Podcast. This is episode 0, the very beginning of our podcast, the very beginning of our journey. Super excited to actually be able already to actually do the podcast. Long overdue. And we're glad that we're here. First of all, we want to start with giving a big thanks to our sponsor, that podcast sponsors, Turtle Beach, Rockcat, and G Fuel. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for that support.
Go.
Thank you. We truly appreciate it. This episode 0. Episode 0, it's just giving you an idea what that season 1 of our FabuRocks podcast is going to be all about. Just in a nutshell. Just to go to different pointers what you should expect during this 15 episodes of our podcast.
The format of the FabuRocks podcast will be Fabu asking us questions which we will be answering. In the upcoming episodes, we will be answering questions that our community, the Fabu fam, and the Fabu Army have asked.
So, let's jump to it.
Yeah.
Number 1. Why was FabuRocks created?
In a nutshell, FabuRocks was created and inspired by you in order to help you with your speech delay, learning disabilities, and ADHD here in the house.
Yes.
Next question. Number 2. How old was I when I was diagnosed with speech delay?
You were formally diagnosed with speech delay at 4 years old. And immediately, soon after you were diagnosed, we started therapy twice a week with you.
Yes.
Number 3. How did the speech delay affect me at school?
After 2 years of conventional therapy with minimal results, you were already in first grade and you were testing 3 grade levels below in reading and vocabulary. By second grade, you were already showing symptoms of like ADHD, learning disabilities such as dyslexia, and language processing issues. This is when we did a IEP, which is an individualized educational plan to help you meet your goals at school.
Number 4. When did you guys become more involved in my therapy?
Well, we decided to take matters into our own hands when you were in around first grade. That's when our biggest fear had come true. You were in first grade, you had a severe language delay, and we were very fearful of all the other problems and issues that could come along and be triggered by the delay that you had at that time in your language.
Yeah, somehow we feel that we were running out of time one way or another, as in order for us to try to get some type of results, we needed to act, and we needed to act quick. Like FabuMom said, 2 years has gone by, and the results that we have received at that point, it was very, very minimum. So we feel that we needed to start doing something quick. It did led us actually to start creating content. In the very beginning, we started creating YouTube videos. Then from there, the therapy started evolving. It went from creating YouTube videos to actually going to live streaming, unboxings videos, and etc. Always has evolved in order to obtain bigger and better results that you have gotten from the 2 years of conventional therapy.
Number 5. When did we start talking openly about my speech delay, learning disability, and ADHD?
So now that you're older, Fabu, I believe that it's been a little bit now that you no longer are embarrassed for us as a family to openly discuss the obstacles that you face daily.
It always has been something that Fabu always rather for us not to be very verbal about from the very beginning. Maybe it's because it comes from the age, or somehow every time that we intend, it was not a secret, but somehow we trying to intend to talk about on the live stream or any of that nature. She was always like, please, I'd rather not for you not to talk about it. And somehow I feel embarrassed. And we always pull back. We always respect her opinion, what she wanted to say or everything. Just knowing that one day she will be old enough to say, okay, I'm comfortable now. We never wanted to pressure her to be verbal about what everything that we do and how we do it, as we didn't want to spook her out of all this time that we have spent doing this form of therapy and it being so successful. So we respect that from her, and we just waited from the day that she was actually comfortable and says, okay, I'm okay now. We could talk about it. I want to be verbal about it, and hopefully help others.
I believe that you now see how important it is for you to be verbal about your disabilities so that you're able to empower others like yourself.
Yes, correct.
Number 6. After all these years of therapy, how am I doing now?
Well, you're in 6th grade and currently reading at grade level. Let's
Woo!
go.
Yes.
Let's go. It took some years, but we got there.
We got there. We
got there. Let's go.
And you're getting A's and B's in all your classes.
Yes, yes.
That took a while too.
You're social.
That took
you're
a while.
outspoken.
That took a
You're
while.
fearless in school to speak up.
Yeah, she's always eager to speak up when she's in class, even virtual now that she's at right now. She doesn't have no problem by, hey, I have a question. Hey, I would like to ask this. Hey, I don't know about this. Something that she was not doing whatsoever before. It took a while, but it's totally worth it. She's doing great in our opinion.
Also,
She definitely you learned how to advocate for yourself in the classroom setting, and that I
Yes.
think is beautiful.
number 7. What have been my accomplishments so far?
So your accomplishments have been many,
Yes.
starting with being the youngest YouTube gaming partner at 7, and currently the youngest Facebook gaming partner.
Yes, many throughout the years. We went from, like what Mom said, from YouTube. When we actually went to Twitch at the moment, you was the youngest girl gamer on Twitch. When actually we went to Mixer and we became partner, you were the youngest Mixer partner. And through all that, you were one of the youngest people that went actually participated in A3, thanks to our sponsor Turtle Beach, the youngest Turtle Beach sponsor partner, the youngest Rockcat partner, the youngest partner for G Fuel content creator, the youngest from all the company that we have worked in the past, like Gunners. Now the youngest face from the new partnership between Turtle Beach and Oakley, the face of that too. Many. Has been many. We're super proud.
So proud. I was about to say.
Very,
so proud.
very proud. And the more time that keep going by, you keep, getting more accomplished and more. So we were very proud once again about that.
Yeah. And but I'll make sure when I become big, I'll tell everyone that you guys were my producers.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Very nice of you.
You're welcome.
And she's the leader and founder of the Fabu Army, a clan that supports and empowers young content creators like herself.
Very proud of that, actually. The Fabu Army, like for Mom explained, it's a group of young content creators like yourself. Some of them has learning disabilities, and is actually a sponsor by Turtle Beach, Rockcat, and G Fuel. And we very, very proud of that achievement and all the people that are actually part of that.
And did you know, I actually searched it up I just searched it up. And did you know the youngest person who signed a contract was around 13?
Yes.
So
The
I
youngest
kinda-
person that signed, I think that, what was it, sport or something like that?
Yeah, sport, soccer.
Was 13. Actually, Fabu already has signed several contracts around after
think-
10 years old.
Yeah, 10 years old.
And obviously, us as parents always has, signed with her and everything. But once again, it always has been about Fabu. So
I
we
just hit a
we're
world
very
record, baby! Woo!
we're very very proud of her, and hopefully it would open up opportunities to other young content creators like herself, or either younger age. As many things that it comes with, live streaming or so on. and even including e-sport, you have to be 13 years older. But there's other things that actually um, brands like worldwide brands like Turtle Beach are open to give opportunities to a sponsor for to young content creator like Fabu, and that's amazing. Something that no brands have done in the past. Now it's something that they start happening, and Fabu has the one that has been opening those doors for those to follow after her. So that's great, and once again we're super proud of that.
Number 8. What made you guys decide to create this podcast?
The main reason why we created this podcast was so that we could educate other parents that are in situations similar to us, create awareness around disabilities, and for you, Fabu, to have a voice as we share our story.
Yeah, back in 2019 when we started going to PAX, and we were actually have a little bit more interaction with parents and other young content creators and everything, we knew that Fabu was not alone as a content creator with learning disability, or us, we were not alone as parents, trying to do something for their kids with learning disabilities, and especially speech delay, ADHD. And we stumbled upon a lot of parents who didn't knew that actually you could use outside conventional therapy. And when we tell them our story about how actually we created a form of therapy through YouTube videos and live streaming and everything, they were hopeful. We saw it in their eyes that
Yes.
they were hopeful.
Yes.
And somehow for us, it was like, oh my God, we definitely needed to do this, because to be quite honest, it's something that already have it was already in our mind from the very beginning, when we actually went through the aha moment, and we were just like, oh my God, this is working, this is what's happening. For our surprise, at that moment we wanted to share. We were so happy that we wanted to share.
Because we
And
knew that there must be other
yes,
parents out there that are in the same situation that we are in, and just knowing that there are others in the same situation is a relief. Sometimes you just feel so alone and overwhelmed with what's happening, and don't know what to do, that just knowing that there's other families that are in the same predicament, and that maybe have found ways that can help their children, then you're hopeful to use maybe those techniques as well.
yeah, I remember in the very beginning we had hope, but we were, we didn't have no clue if doing the whole YouTube channel and the videos and everything was going to work or not.
Yeah.
And when we actually strike, let's say we strike gold, and we're like, oh my God, this is working. We want to actually to be able to pass that feeling, that light, that hope to other parents, knowingly already, as what I said before, through the packs and all this gaming event, that we stumbled upon a bunch of the parents. They were going through the same thing. So like, we knew at the moment that that was something that we needed to, that for sure is something that we needed to do, but we already had that on mind before. But one, it was going to take too much time. We didn't have the time. We needed actually to concentrate completely and fully to Fabu's therapy. And then later on, it was Fabu who actually was rejecting the idea of actually talk openly about her learning disability and everything. So we're like, okay, we can, we have to put everything on hold. And the end, it's all about Fabu. Let's try to, get better results and help her. And pretty soon, I'm pretty sure that she will be open to, because she will start getting, being older, and she will see the value of her sharing her story to others in order to inspire. And we will be able to share our story with different, with parents,
Yeah.
and be able to not only educate them, to empower them, and giving hope that there's some one way we need it. We were in that line of looking for hope, for a light to help our daughter at the moment with her learning disabilities.
And by no means, I think that what we're saying is that this is gonna work for everybody. But we're sharing what worked for us,
Exactly.
and trying to create that awareness around learning disabilities, speech delay, ADHD, so that we can come together with other families that are in the same situation as us.
Yeah, the idea is to present an option that it worked for us. Maybe it works for you, but at least it's an option. I believe that in any situation, as long as you have options, you have hope. Well, we're just trying to provide that hope with an option. Hopefully this option, it works for many of you.
Next question.
Yeah.
Number 9. So, Fabu, tell me a little about your background.
Well, I have over 20 years of experience in the social services field. I worked for the Florida Department of Children and Families as a child abuse investigator for over 10 years, and I have a master's in mental health counseling.
Last question, number 10. Farah, tell me a little bit about your background.
I have over 10 years of e-commerce experience. I have an associate in computer science and a bachelor in business administration.
Show offs. God. Both of you guys are such show offs. I got a business and blah, blah, blah. I have 20 years of experience.
How about we just finished naming your accomplishment and you're only 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, I didn't have any of those accomplishments. Maybe the accomplishment that I had at the moment is
throwing. Your ability to throw.
Maybe I won a basketball game or a baseball game and I was better than the guy on the corner for the first time. I don't know.
What my accomplishment was at that age, by the way?
What?
I played the piano and I had played in Carnegie Hall.
Wow, FabuMom! Wow, talking
yeah,
about accomplishment.
that's true.
Okay, I'm gonna go cry to the corner in a little bit. Cry that at 12 years old I didn't have nothing accomplished at all.
Our yearly piano show was at the Carnegie Hall. Yeah.
Wow.
Where is the Carnegie Hall?
It's like this super nice theater in New York City.
Is it big?
Wow,
Yeah.
now I
it popular?
wanna cry about my accomplishment at 12, which is
Wow,
next to
so
zero.
Fabu did that? Wow.
Yep, I played the piano for 8 years.
I hope that you enjoyed this episode 0, where we talked about a little bit in a nutshell what FabuRocks is all about, what was the inspiration, the reason why we created this podcast, and what our overall is our goals with this podcast. We would like to give a humongous thanks to our sponsor, Turtle Beach, Rockcat, and G Fuel for the support.
Thank you.
Thank you. We truly appreciate you. Now we invite you to episode 1 of this podcast, where we're going to be talking about how we started. Very important. How we started. Yes. Very interested episode there.
If you would like to be a part of the FabuRocks podcast, or you would like to ask us any question, please make sure to join our Discord and ask us those questions there. We will be randomly selecting questions from our community, the Fabu fam, and the Fabu Army to answer in upcoming episodes.
And like always, just be yourself, because that is
Fabulicious!
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.